what we're going to do in this exercise. Let's set it up. So I'm going to do, like I said, 1 through 17. So in InDesign, I'm going to create new. Now remember, there are multiple ways to do exactly the same thing in any application, and no different in Adobe or InDesign. So if I want to create a new document, I can click on this Create New button. I can go to File, Create New, or I can do the hotkey Control or Command End. So I'm just going to do it here. Click Create New. Now when the new document pop-up appears, you'll be familiar with it, but there's a few things that we're going to do differently than we've done when we've done single page documents like the magazine and the adventure ad. So the page proportions are 4 by 9, just to make sure. So this is where I put the width 4 and then by 9. Orientation is going to be vertical. I'm going to click facing pages, and the reason why I'm going to do this is because we're doing a folded brochure, and then so that center spread is going to actually be facing each other. So there's going to be 2 pages side by side. So that is when we have facing pages. I can set it up right away to have those 4 pages, and let's do that so you can see what that looks like. Margins, did I stipulate what margins I want? 1/4 inch, so not a 1/2 inch like the default. So I'm just going to click down here. There's a 1/4 inch, and then bleeds are always an 1/8 of an inch or 0.125. If your is on default is on 0, just click the little up button and it should automatically give you that 1/8 of an inch. If it doesn't, you can always, of course, type it in 0.125, or if you're thinking a different way, you can also go 1/8 for 1/8 of an inch, and that will do the conversion for you. No slugs. Slugs are not necessary. And then when I go create, it will automatically generate a 4-page document. This might take a second because there's a lot of applications running. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom out a little bit by pressing Control minus, and there we can see our 4 pages. So anyone who's kind of in the print who knows how things get printed. Obviously, we don't print a single little skinny page and then 2 bigger pages and then another skinny pages. This would obviously be printed as just a 8.5 by 11 and then folded. But when we're designing, we want to see what our design is going to look like. So when this document or this brochure is folded, we see the first page as a single page. And then when we open up the document, the next 2 pages, so this is page 2 and this is page 3, this is where we have now our facing pages or our spread. And then the last page, obviously, we fold it again, and that's where we see that 4th page. So that's a single page. You also have the opportunity to see that kind of configuration in your windows, your pages window. Now, again, if you don't have these windows open, like I have I have mine all set up how I like it. So those are all available under the pages window file or menu, excuse me. Workspaces, if you want to just go click on Essentials, that will kind of be the default workspace, some default workspaces. Now, when we're working with things like brochures, you're going to want to have, there's quite a few windows that we need access to. So I will kind of show you what I do. So I'm just going to get rid of all of them. So I'm going to, we need pages. Now when that clicks, because they're all connected, it brings up all of those windows. Now, obviously these can be reshuffled. We can drag them out. We don't need glyphs. We do need text wrap, but I'm just going to show you what those look like. I don't need gradients. So all of these can be arranged and deleted and reorganized. And so when we are working with windows, we have to have a certain few up or available to us. And so you're going to have to kind of figure that out on your own and how that kind of gets configured for you. What I've done for my workspace is I've done that. I've said, well, I need layers. I want layers, to be up at the top. I want our pages to be up at the top. I don't need CC library. I don't need story. You know, I'm going to need objects align. And so I've configured this so that I have all of the windows that I need available. And then I've kind of put them in a certain order. And then I've configured this to be how I like to work. And once I've done that, I've actually saved that. So I've saved my workspace. So I've gone new workspace. I'm just going to call this one test so you can see how this works. So when I click on that or say save that, now every time I want to use that test, now it becomes an available workspace. And oh, actually, because I closed it, I have to now go reset. And there they are. So even if I drag some off, reconfigure this, accidentally move them over here, every time I want to rearrange it and go back to that saved workspace, I just have to go reset. And so that's a very handy way to kind of ensure that you have all the windows that you use commonly accessible. So I've actually set mine up already to be one called Chloe, and I have everything I need here. I got pages, layers, links, color swatches, and I've organized them so that they kind of fit within the categories. You can see character, paragraph, paragraph styles, character styles. These are kind of my alignment tools. We will do these buttons and hyperlinks when we do interactivity, but you can see like the color ones are kind of grouped together, the character ones are grouped together. And so that's what, so even if I just drag some of them off, get rid of bookmarks, I can always go back to reset workspace or reset Chloe workspace, and there, voila. Now, actually, now I don't want that one. I don't want that one. Actually, no, maybe I do want that one. Okay. And so I got rid of that. Oh, noun project one. Oops, there we go. So I'm actually going to go save. I'm actually just going to save it as, I can't save as, so I'm just going to replace the Chloe one. Okay, so that's the workspace. So in the next video, I'm going to show you, what am I going to show you? How to set some text boxes and just look at like pages and masters a little bit in more detail.